first one was SLR Karino and case reserve ratio CRR Karino have to going around to Ani is a punchal lagay ko na masibu legal reserve ratio LRR have the correct. Don't forget this idea of legal reserve ratio. This LRR is something which we will call we will be using in the credit creation. How money is created in the financial system. Financial system masana karamhaina credit karamhaina control to bage habdo madu ko gi LRR ta tawgudoi. So we will be revisit tawgani LRR se. So remember that. This one was the first one. Quantitative key, quantitative tools key first ni ahanbali. Second one, the second tools under the quantitative. Quantitative ka ani suba function se ani suba tool se ekoi na masibu liquidity adjustment facility. Liquidity adjustment facility. That is in another word facility. Liquidity facility LAF again under this liquidity adjustment facility LAF sigi makhaga amu we have two subtypes again subtypes ani amu like 2A da first one is known as repo rate haiba ama and 2B the second is known as reverse repo rate haiba ama marang ay napigi ko homework to karam haina SLR, CRR, Sitinaraga, RBI, the Karamina credit control to Bugay, have it all. No, any humamati Kenuto, Tare Yenge. I will explain it today. Sito Gige, reported, Sigal, or can pull up it up, merge or can explain to okay. So we have reverse reported Hibama under the liquidity adjustment facility, LFP Makada, and Ifuna Kadwe. Now let me tell you what I mean by reported and reverse reported. Karino have the Yinchi. Asing repo rate and reverse repo rate set. Masi class 2 level how is the explain to this it's very simple when explain let me explain you what I mean by repo rate. Repo rate se karino have si yengsi it's told you repo rate ki meaning se ani thongna define explain to be ai khoi gi oina arrive to batare class 2 level study khoi yamna luna to be address syllabus su oidre. So I will explain the easy meaning of the repo rate. Okay. Repo rate have si karino hai matamda schedule commercial bank SBI harasi koi SBI sina common word na sidum example lo rai schedule commercial bank SBI na karigumba RBI digi matam khari gi ina paisa puning ba. Let's say that SBI needs money for medium term purposes. Chayul ama mukta pujake tha mukta paisa puge hai jana SBI na paisa darkar taragadi that needs for money can be fulfilled by borrowing from RBI. RBI ki paisa puguda there is no problem. Okay, problem on the like that. So when RBI borrows money, SBI borrow money from RBI ki paisa pura pumatanda SBI na RBI the interest rate amu hundabi yate. Okay, interest rate hundabi yate. High interest rate to masibu ikoina repo rate high khane repo rate se India ikoina yam important noi kaigino hai matamda repo rate haibasi it is also known as the policy rate of the country. India ikoina policy rate high ga khane aduna this is very important yam important oiba kaigoni masiki repo rate haibase. But anyway repo rate se masi se asengbati REPO repo haibasa it's not a word ama natte basi it's actually is an abbreviation is shortened form ne RE stand for RE means P stands for purchasing O means option repurchasing option rate and high name simply aduna madugi meaning se karigino ma se repurchasing option rate haina kawi se karigino haibadi as I told you it's very kitang complicated way lots of buying and selling of security labor actually this repo rate is not a market rate of interest, this is not as a discount rate. But as I told you those things I cannot go through covered over complicated repo rate. What do you mean by repo rate? In very simple line It is the rate of interest that SBI pays to the RBI. Equity schedule commercial banks like SBI na RBI the piba interest rate ne. Kani the interest rate piga do you know? When SBI borrow money from RBI, RBI digi paisa puba matamda. When RBI lends money to SBI, then SBI have to pay interest rate. That interest rate is known as repo rate. Actually, you might be wondering, SBI has paisa pudu shi karikino in first place. First place, SBI has paisa pudu shi karikino. Ngarang equity example to nixing agadi no ju hypeti khambadi yai. Yesterday I was saying that kenu to goma tamda SBI sina mangonda labor paisa singja. For example, you guys are the customer ne haina khalasi no ise individual customer ne haina khalasi. You being an individual customer ama oina karigumba if you deposit money no ina ingoda deposit to matamda for me I cannot keep it long yam kuina thamba yadabani na I have to lend to somebody else kana gumba mi amada lend to yade loan pithok ni khangde ama to ki ni khangde aduna loan pithoki matamda aiyondadi loan pigi ba hebe se chahi manga gi ni tara gi oram bi ai chahi yam drabda chahi ahum mari di oirane. In the meantime, you the individual customer ngarang nanga thamam paisa do ngasi lothok sarage hayeng lothok sarage I want to withdraw my money haina lakpa matamda at a time where that money will come from paisa do kai de lakpa dino. As I told you, bank cannot say that I don't have money paisa leite have yade yade se kari giro because this is the money of the customers like you, depositors like you, not mine. That is why SBI cannot say I don't have money. That is why they have to give money to the withdrawals. That is why SBI will borrow money from RBI. RBI ki paisa pugo do ira. Kagani ko aduna it's very normal. Yamna normal oigara poni. Actually this is the normal reality se basili. Condition which aduni kai dare repo rate have se kari no Korean SBI na paisa darkar urpa matamda when they need money they borrow money from the RBI and RBI the peak interest rate to go ikona repo rate kaure. But what if okay let's take one imagination actually this it's an imagination amani have tare imagination ama torasi where the bank have excess money SBI se mangoda paisa mayam leide withdraw to ba misu laktre ATM da hapasu kanam to lothok pite I'm just taking an example loan loju ge have so am the laktre in short you have excess money no on the paisa excess leiba taragadi moreover what you will do if you are the banker if you are the manager of a branch when you have excess money paisa excess leiba ke do be moreover is there anything can you keep it with you So the question that I'm asking is that if you have excess money with you, nang excess money like what you will do, nang what Motrover is saying is that we can decrease the interest rate charge. Interest rate charge to decrease over the yai. But you know that is theoretical name Motrover. In reality that is not possible. Like you can charge, you charge 5% yesterday, you charge 4% today. No, it's not possible in reality. Adumina fluctuate over yate and actually you don't have the power to do that. Theoretically, I will tell you what will happen. You know, just answer me this yes or no. I will give you the reason, I will explain it. If you have excess money, nanse banker ne haina kalashi, you are the manager of a branch, entire branch samaki manager ne haina kalashi, and you have excess money. Nang wanda paisa excess laide. Is it wise to keep that excess money? Nang wanda laiba paisa do nang thambada is it a wise decision or not? Yes or no only thongamba. No, definitely no. No, it is a no matamda. Every second that ticks, every minute that pass, every hour that pass, you have to give interest to the depositor. Depositor the interest P W yade. Adugu depositor ki paisa do no the season adabi laiba taragati. Every second you are making loss. Okay. That is why it's not a good decision to keep excess money with you. You means the banks. Aduna SBI is listed highly policy. Let's imagine that lots of extra monies are there with SBI. SBI the paisa yam the excess money like taragadi, and provided they don't have any economical use like economical or use like taragadi, they will transfer this excess money to the Reserve Bank of India. RBI the magi ahen paisa do madu transfer togane. Madu transfer togu when this excess money is transferred, RBI will pay interest rate kara pigane. Ngasaya adu sonda togiba repo rate siga pura opposite oidra. Aina no reference book khara thena matamda khara kaheda standard laitaba reference book khara thena matamda be careful with that one, okay. Hong haidana lairu da pharak tabu yauni. I will recommend only two things, I mean two reference. One is Saraswati ki macroeconomics, another one is BK publication ki macroeconomics. I can to be now okay, Madhusa I na say in some reference book, Bazarda Pamba reference book I Shumana Tenare, actually that is wrong. Yes, for our understanding it may be good, but in reality that is wrong. Lamba Karale, Muinakamine around the Herpico. They used to say that what do you mean by reverse repo rate? It is the rate of interest at which RBI borrow money high bama in some reference book. That is wrong. Don't forget that RBI do not borrow money from SBI. Paisa puti. Koi khang na ba hai paisa pu ba hai na khanjaba tar basu reality di maduna te reverse repo rate ki operation se maduna te. Reverse repo rate si yes, RBI will receive money. I don't say borrow money, but RBI will receive money. RBI will receive money because SBI have excess money. SBI commercial banks in there. These commercial banks have excess money with them. That is why this excess money will be transferred to the RBI. Moi the kana da lay saru RBI no the longzero. I mean, sorry. No the thamo haidana commercial bank na thamgane. Adana actually under the reverse repo rate, the commercial bank when they have excess money, this excess money will be transferred to RBI. In return, RBI will give a little bit amount of interest rate for keeping that money with RBI. RBI the paisa thambagi SBI the interest rate macha pigani. Don't forget this repo rate, reverse repo rate kasi khara khenai. Like for example, currently yesterday we did have monetary policy committee. Haidana noi khangaroi India the India quite powerful in terms of monetary policy. In terms of policy making, the powerful committee which is known as monetary policy committee. Narang meeting a newspaper should not Earlier our repo rate was 4% and the reverse repo rate was about 3.25%, 3.25%, I think 25%, something like that. But what I'm trying to say is that reverse repo rate will always be lower than the repo rate. Repo rate ki yamoy. Repo rate na yamgani. Yamgani se kari gino. Why repo rate will be greater than the reverse repo rate? Here is the answer. Repo rate CD. This is the borrowing of money by the commercial banks like SBI for commercial purposes. Okay, commercial purpose ki paisa pu bani na. They will have more interest rate. Interest rate is young one. On the other hand, in case of this reverse repo rate, I know you high to reverse repo rate the I could commercial bank the paisa ahead but lady high ahead with the paisa thumb given him. Commercial when a season of a nut deal. Aduna commercial when a paisa season of a nut of Lina RBI interest rate talk, kitam low in the period. Hare, but the monk hunger. Now, repo rate, reverse repo rate, kasi opposite ni high BI to some extent, opposite ni high BI. Repo rate the commercial bank na central bank interest rate bani reverse repo rate na equity central bank na commercial bank to ina interest bani matha maka onai. Don't forget RBI do not borrow money from the SBI. Actually, SBI is transferring the excess money to the RBI. Yarra, actually, what we are doing is quantitative tools. Money supply se control to actually, we have done SLR, CRR. Yesterday, I gave you one homework regarding CRR, SLR, money supply se control the way, credit control the way. Most of you write from the Google. It's okay. I will explain it today. Similarly, this repo rate, reverse repo rate, okay, I'm telling you this. repo rate and reverse repo rate sisinaraga money supply control to yai. RBI can effectively control money supply using this repo rate and reverse repo rate. How it will be done? Look here, I'm going to explain. Explain to how to money supply haibagi definition to karino. As I told you, ngasi natraga hayeng loiduni, most likely I will try to finish this today. Ngasi loida mo kona gabini ko. Money supply definition to karino haibatanda actually money supply refers to the amount of money in circulation. Circulation to laiba money supply haiba ama natraga na amount of money with public haiba ma. But what do you mean by amount of money in circulation? This is the circulation between SBI and the common people. Common people the SBI की मरक circulate तो नरी को पैसा दो मधु बुने कोई money supply ना हाई से. Generally, okay, पैसा थम बसु याव बुद्धि याव इको. Generally, it is the people who borrow money from the SBI. SBI की पैसा people ओरम दबी याई. I'm just giving you an example here. It may be a company, it may be anything, but several group oram yayi, organization oram yayi. If these people, okay, let's say that people, if people borrow money from SBI, that is part of the money supply. Money supply is part of the OIF. Actually, high amount of money which is in circulation can be either increased or decreased. Increase to decrease to using this repo rate. This repo rate is increase decrease to high. Now let's be practical. Practical in a there is how repo rate will affect money supply. In another word, how repo rate can be used to increase money supply, decrease the money supply. I role play the type of Sophia nang khalo nang se SBI hai na nasar se khanjaro aina RBI ni nang ki paisa darkar oirpo matamda whenever you need money nang paisa darkar dai se kari kino customers in the P ki na ba withdrawals ki P na bu OBI loans ki P na bu OBI etc for every purposes you need money hai bu paisa do you used to borrow money from me I want ki paisa ji pu bani Puba matam stage da what happen is that I charge you a interest rate. I know the interest rate. Nang I want to pesha pugi have taragadi nang 4% interest rate pick up any high. Till now it is 4%. Repo rate is in reality 4%. So with the bo Karigumba Sophia I know the high rate. 4% is not the vida hayeng the gidi. From tomorrow onwards you have to charge me I will be charging you 6%. Hana 4% or 6% the increase to rani have matamda Sophia what you will do next nang next don't forget you are the SBI hurry up both of you are correct let's say that day number 1 on day number 1 I was charging this repo rate of 4% I charge torambani Day number 2 the current on day number 2 I started charging 6% charge so there will be two effects first effect is that Sophia high given to my now when I increase the interest rate you SBI will start charging more interest rate to the people the interest rate to hena charge to hena name that is first. Second reaction is that because of increase from the repo rate from 4% again 6% the increase to matamda. Definitely answer comes from a thrower. Definitely you SBI will be discouraged to borrow money. Okay, you will be discouraged to borrow money. Paisa puning ngaroy. Aduna paisa pubagi chang hantharakanib. Adu bataragadi okay puspa nangon lage. Kenona Sophia na high yuda karigumba interest rate se henkalaba. I mean, I in interest rate I charge you more interest rate to you. You means SBI, I'm RBI. You again charge another extra interest rate to the common people. Common people the amunoi namu interest rate to he namu henkat level. Adu betaragadi what you consider your puspa you consider yourself as the customer ne henakalachi you are borrowing money from Sophia. Sophia tiki peshapuri ni. Puspa, what will be your reaction when Sophia started charging you more interest rate? Yes. See, either or, we ultimately come to a conclusion. The conclusion is that when the interest rate charged by RBI, that is repo rate, changes from 4% to 6%, the increase to matamda. SBI will be discouraged to borrow money and they will decrease the amount of money borrowed from RBI In the same way, people will also be discouraged to borrow money because of higher interest rate. In another word, RBI na ngarang bahudadi at this 4%, they were borrowing 1,000 rupees. Actually, 1,000 crore. I get that. Just I'm taking an example. But on day number 2, because of increase in the repo rate from 4% to 6%, now you guys will borrow money 700 only. Let's say that 700 crore rupees, whatever. In short, because of increase in the repo rate, so aduna I just the irakadore ko I go na di special itabagi do misalen no yun yam na neat and clean you nakan na mong tan you. If karigumba repo rate se increase over taragadi, if repo rate increases, because of this the money supply in the economy will decrease. Repo rate se increase over matamda money supply di decrease tawrpani. Hawni ko kenu khangadra thongma khangani ko lai yam lai da thongma khangi ko karigino kama haina tawrino haido koi explanation gi area bu dinate ekoi I know term 1 ngatani ko na tawrise adubu khangu da badiya te term 1 ni haidana by heart tawraga option by heart tawbi yaba natte aduna repo rate increase to matamda money supply decrease to we have budi noi khangchalo no oina nakam isalo, but you should also understand why and how. Karam haina tawino have to here is the explanation aduna nixing the beyond. Obviously una tainabada if karigumba repo rate se decrease over taragadi money supply se amu increase torkani. Let me repeat one more time. If repo rate decreases by RBI na 4% ki, now I will charge you 2% only. Haina tanda money supply increase ogani. Now you tell me Sophia, repo rate decrease over matanda money supply hen kalakadu share karam haina no. How karam haina hen kalakadu no. Hariyo. Yam lai ko sasa itar. Haina hen kalakadu share karam haina no sin en hangi se. Sume buko money supply hen kalakani karam haina hen kalakadu no. Sophia. Thombak daro. Repo rate handhabu matamda money supply hen kalakani kamai hen kalakadu no kai do hen kalakadu no. Yes. Atana. Tawning ba sang hen kale ability hen kale. Sophia na gira la ji haidi. Isam chanda interest rate hanthar pai bese. RBI na 4% ki 2% decrease to hai bese SBI will be able to borrow more money from RBI because interest rate is very low. If SBI have lots of money because they borrow more money from RBI, so SBI have lots of money. So because SBI have lots of money, they will start charging less interest rate, so people will find it very affordable. Loan logo matamdana yam affordable oirane. Let's say that nang mamang bawda per year, actually this is for per year for bank. Per year you are paying about 12% per annum interest rate. Now the bank started charging you only 8%. 8% katong oiba tarigadi, you have to pay less interest rate. That means your affordability increases. Affordability increase na you will be able to borrow more money. That is the idea. Okay, idea to madu duni. So madu ba leira sisi yare tawadu ko ai na haibani noi class 2 oibagi si katong tawrini asembadi ayeng noi si topic se noi na competitive noi soi dan exam thadong leirabani. Especially keno to goma tam da noi economics law ni na khang do sia de hayeng masi karam haine apply to bodo no hai base lai, like for example we have this expansionary monetary policy, a contractionary monetary policy, inflation nei ba tam da repo rate kay bodo no, unemployment yam wang ba tam da what will happen to the reverse repo rate. All those things can be applied in real life to apply to bi adu ko ai sidai da keno to roi example do kore loiba matam da ai hair ge hujiki ina di hair roi ama khotang haige out of syllabus ni ama khotang haige kore loiba pada follow no moment. Yesterday I gave you one homework hujik repo rate ki karam haina money supply RBI na control to we using repo rate, reverse repo rate haide khangabani na ngarang aina pigi homework to I think you know something about this. Karam haina answer to we no khangabani ngarang aina pigi to SLR ga CRR ga seasoner ga karam haina money supply control to we haibni. I know I was not expecting the exact correct answer, noi ni rapo to kaisu kai no to de Sophia nang gido ngarang gido same to point am ta khalasi ngarang gido I didn't give you any comment regarding that. So if RBI wants to increase money supply, look at your notebook and tell me if okay all of you okay RBI na karigumba money supply se haircut haningaba wants to increase the money supply, what they can do to the SLR and CRR. SLR CRR ta kai do bi hari hey kem har pre thong ba ro how you say RBI wants to increase money supply. What will happen to the SLR and CRR? SLR ga CRR ga kari to payabage increase to godra decrease to godra SLR se increase to godra decrease to godra. That's it. Không được Puspa hero Puspa, hurry up. Không được thì không thể đâu có ai mà tao mà cần không ra thế. Puspa. Ra đấy. Say look here. Ai đi lai hay là không được mi amana lupa chama bank ta thamba matam da bank na percentage khara ka thorani RBI da percentage khara ma pi grani lemhoriba paisa do 80 rupees OPI 90 OPI kanagumba mi da pi grani. This is the money supply hai do si natro. Let's imagine that out of this rupees 100, say here 6% is deducted as SLR, 4% is deducted as cash reserve ratio. Aduna takpati lupa chama du manu da lupa tara ka thawra kanda 90 rupees is circulated, 90 rupees is money supply hai do si sine yung ko ai lai hai na ai sasa to re mun yung kham daga budi ai explain ma su to ge, but it is very simple. Now karikumba if RBI wants to increase this money supply of 90 rupees to above 90 rupees ki mathak te henkal haninga pamba taragadi, what they can do is that they can simply decrease the deduction here. Ngasai kakthari ba lupa taru lupa mari kakthar do kara hanthar ga loiri kaino lupa taru kakthar manung mahutta. Now RBI said that lupa ni khaktang kaktharo SLRB decreased from 6% to 2%. Okay, and CRR 4% do madugi mahutta 4% to 3% the decrease to hai na karigumba SLR and CRR either ama khaktang decrease to bi animal decrease to su kasu kaide, but for our khoi gi oina di animal decrease to re. When we decrease both SLR and CRR, now out of 100 rupees only 2 plus 3 5 rupees is deducted. Now money supply increases from 90 rupees to 95 rupees the increase to it. What's over come over? Did you get it? Hurry up, tell me. Okay now. Aduna similarly SLR CRR have these are the deduction made by the commercial bank and by the central bank animang na deduct tawgadabni adu kakthariba chance hantarapa taragadi obviously more money will be available to circulate in economy, like from 90 to 95 money supply increase to this is it. Sophia khang de okay phare thongba ma khangi ko sipi yamna lai bani aina lai aina kenu tawtre phare hujik kenu to goma tamda sigi makha sidisida ko mayam amu ti lai mayam singchi marakta hujik yongo Roma number 3 the third monetary policy tools ki quantitative tools ki serial number 3rd check masibu please marker okay, now look here, the third one is known as bank rate. Actually in your book enough explanation is not explained about the repo rate and bank rate ki difference ki matang da kya haide. I am going to, once you understand repo rate sikhangagadi bank rate is very simple. Listen very carefully here. Bank rate haibasa, this is also interest rate that SBI have to pay to the RBI. RBI the peak of interest rate ni karigumba RBI we go to the last one, actually last for you no ini syllabus ki oina aroi haiba tare Asinataba labudi lady, but no syllabus the fourth one is known as open market operation. OMO, open market operation. OMO haidin amagale. Then what do you mean by open market operation? Asim tangdi munatao masimada yam library, but there is what do you mean by open market operation? Here it goes. Open market operation has this is the buying and selling of securities by RBI into the financial system. Financial system may be a person OBI, it can be a institutional OBI, financial institution OBI, it may be anything, etc. etc. Buying and selling of security. But as I told you, Mamanga in explained to him the security have a security have a security it's nothing but it's a agreement given by the government of India. Government of India mana paisa rise to na bahayana. Ay na ko. Government of India che chahi khudi deficit adum chalini. Deficit se karam haina finance to na hamatamda deficit will be financed by borrowing money. Paisa pur ko finance to badoi. Paisa ji puna na bugi tamakta government na agreement na mana sign to ka da thadur kane. Like for example let's say that ai Sophia je paisa paibo mi amane haina khalas. I will approach Sophia and say that Sophia want to borrow money, and Sophia will say that no problems. I will write an agreement. Like I'm just taking an example. Under this agreement, the government of India, borrow money from Sophia, 1,000 rupees. After the end of this year, etc., etc., I will pay this and that. That is known as security. Actually, I'm giving you just one example of security. There are different forms of securities are there. Okay, it may be in the form of debentures, OPI, bonds, OPI. Or not treasury bills, okay, lots of things are there, but for us, security khatang hires. Line and about assume this minor to nate, but line and about security have say, Chi matat amani, paisa to ontopia, but Chi matat amani, Hanadum column. Karigumba security see if government is security, I am a government issue totally. If security is either sold by the government of RBI or if it is purchased by RBI, then buying and selling of government security by RBI is known as open market operation OMO. Let's say that this is a government security. Masi government security na haina khalasi. This government security that I am RBI and you guys are the banks, common people, whatever. Noida aina haiba sigi government security cha noida aina noida sale to buyai. Sale to matamda sigi I want to diary oina tare. Sigi diary aina sale to matamda you will give me money. Don't forget this. On the other hand, if you have physical this government security with you, noida karigumba government security laiba taragadi, I can buy that from you. Aina noida government security sa lesson diai. Lesson matamda I will pay money to you. No, when this buying and selling of security takes place, RBI can also control money supply. Money supply control to by yai. Here is the explanation I am going to ask you. Okay. What was the example of this government security? A piece of paper. When I sell government security to you, you are the bankers, you are the common people, you are the companies, etc., etc. You will pay me money. In return, you will get that piece of paper. Earlier, you were having lupa chama lerami. In your pocket, you were having rupees 100. Lupa chama do. I want the pithorapa taragadi. You have less money, money supply decreases. Opposite, namon the piece of paper lay, that is called security. If you have that piece of paper called security and I purchase that from you, purchase the Wahagadi, I will pay you money. That means earlier you were having only piece of paper. Now you have 100 rupees. Means you have more money. Means money supply increases. What's the word? Did you get it? Yes or no? Aduna na nakanda notes sum haina isalo regarding this open market operation ni matang this das maina notes isalo can it go? Silver ka dai koi point ma tawdini if karigumba security in okay masigita meaning hani isalo open market operation ni meaning isalo hariya. It is the buying and selling of securities buying and selling of securities by RBI, buying and selling of securities by RBI, buying and selling of securities by RBI with financial system in the economy, with financial system in the economy, financial system in the economy. Full stop. Namu yare ko. Adugi matung dane sigi point ani si salo. Karigumba if RBI buys security, security SEC katang iragyan no full you. If RBI buys security, then money supply in the economy increases. In the economy increases. A little bit opposite hai batare. See the opposite oina. If karigumba RBI sell securities, money supply in the economy decreases. Kara defeat. Okay, margin the over. Pathorkemo karigumba RBI na money supply se lesson batarwa che do noi de gi aina lesson bataragi de aina noi da paisa pi do ni money supply increases. RBI ne karigumba money supply sale tawraba che mata to agreement do aina noi da sale to sanba matam da you will be paying money, that means you will have less money, money supply decreases. Khani ko yare ko aduna open market operation have said this is very simple one, but this is one of the most effective, yam effective oiba kaino amadi oi, but whatever it is ekoi kaino torpan di yengasi. So this is the open market operation. Yare ko all of you did clear oibra kaino puspation hai gebra money creation hai have ro money creation by financial system, financial system. This is very very interesting. Yam interesting way, not for exam purposes only, but for real life. The masi yam thina kaino yam nungai ba interesting way ba topic am oy bin. Yengo I explain to kan nungai to hai di yeng. Ay example am stage the high ke Mr. A ko me amana. This Mr. A deposit rupees 100 to the bank. Bank say koi kari hai na law se kya. SBI dum law se SBI dum law grabani na. SBI na percentage khara mukok tha ho rahe. RBI na percentage khara mukok tha ho rahe. Isam sam na haire ga di legal reserve ratio. Isam tham na ko SBI Europe matamda legal reserve ratio LRR oina. I'm just taking an example. Actually, it's not correct. I know, but listen that 5 rupees is deducted as LRR percentage khara kathore. After deducting this, 95 rupees will be made available for Mr. B. Mr. B hai ba miss da lupa 95 sun choi dana ma phangba ngambani for our calculation. Mr. B said, mana lupa 95 che puru rabani na. What I'm saying is that Mr. B na 95 rupees RBI SBI ki paisa se puru rabani na. This Mr. B will again have to return this 95 rupees share. Ma SBI da mo thamjalakani no manatraga no. SBI da thamjalakpa matamda amu LRR 5 rupees actually percentage to already not take. I know it may be some percentage OPI, but I don't want to calculate all those things. Later to go pamre. LR another 5 rupees deduct. After deducting this, now 90 rupees will be circulated and 90 rupees will be made available as a loan for Mr. C. Mr. C ichu amuk phangare. Mr. C na paisa ko phanga matung da thabak kari no tore dukan tham ni khangde oksa ok loi bani khangde oksa ka khom che mani khangde whatever they will do. Later on, this Mr. C will have to pay back that money 90 rupees to the SBI. The amuk shumuk thinjalani singani paisa. Legal reserve ratio lupa manga kothorokanda 85 rupees will be again made available for another customer, Mr. D. This will continue. See, I quite a conjunct the one. Banking is something which will never have loss.
law sunglai loi da operation am hair ga di banking chine ngasai ai se SBI ne khalasi ngasai mothrower na ai gi saving account da lupa chama save tongna ba thambi yu haidana thamak ko paisa do mothrower na thamak ko lupa chama do this is mothrower let's say that this is mothrower he gave me 100 rupees this is me it's me madugi manung da I deduct 5% sorry 5% okay 5% now 5 rupees I see 95 rupees remaining is given to Sophia see Sophia da pithokre now Sophia take loans of 95 rupees from me. After that, Sophia you do some economic activity, embroidery factory whatever it is. You do something. At the end of the year, you have to pay me back my loan because you take me loan from me. So this is Sophia, and Sophia is paying back 95 rupees. 95 rupees. Okay. When Sophia borrow money from me, did you get lose your money? Yes or no? No, definitely no. Okay, no. Nang paisa mangba na trio. Sophia no paisa do. Ayo na Singapore matam na. See. Mothrower ki ahan ba deposit ki paisa do su mangdri. Deposit to mangdri ngai da Sophia ki 95 rupees ama so mo ayo do live. Aduna takpati I am creating money. I am creating extra 95 rupees. Imagine that. Sophia, I na ji kya tabra. Namon da I na pi riba paisa do. Nang na paisa do Singapore matam dane ai madu shendong pra oirabani dating yoina kaina matam da without losing anything for mothrower this 95 rupees return door pipe it's a gain for me. Similarly now Sophia de monda paisa do singa matung da 90 lemo river 90 share now it is given to aikoi gi thongam bada amu keno tawre thongam bada amu aina loan lojero hai thongam bada loan lore. Now this thongambana mo ai mo dagi loan lo gi do magi thabak to loer matung de ai paisa do loan do singerge loan do sing matanda amu buzik puspa na mo ai mo dagi mo now puspa borrow money from me. Similarly it will continue till this money becomes zero. Aduna takpati because of single deposit rupees 100 by mothrower Sophia got benefited, Thongamba got benefited, Puspa got benefited, XYZ got benefited, all different hundreds of people got benefited because of single rupees 100 deposited by mothrower. Masib among the I suppose you have never thought of this. You have never thought of this. Aduna, banking is very interesting. Interesting because you don't know that, but banks know this. Because when a person deposits rupees 100, these rupees 100 will benefit at least 20-30 people. These rupees 100 will be responsible for the creation of income for remaining 20-30 rupees, which I don't know, which mothrower don't know. Mothrower may not know that, but because of your deposit of rupees 100, Sophia ki income lehaure, Thongam su income lehaure, Puspa ki su lehaure, Braden ki su lehaure, all people got benefited because of the rupees 100 that you deposited to me. This is why money is created in the financial system. Now here comes the very interesting question here again. As I've told you, it keeps on decreasing. 95, 90, 85, 90, like this. It will keep on decreasing. This money creation, the decrease lies at Karina no. Which factor is responsible for this decreasing in money from 95 to 90 to 85? Karina no decrease the whole life, Sophia. Sophia, are you there? SLR na isam samna in LRR haini sidi ire ko LRR gi didak tau gi budo maduduna sigi value se hanthara ine basasar hanthara ini aduna takpari thongamba. Now you tell me LRR se karigumba ekoina hanthaba taragadi means I'm taking example here. Actually my example is not applicable in real life. Applicable in real life is percentage, okay, but for me I'm not taking percentage. Actually I'm taking in terms of actual value 5. Thongamba karigumba LRR se 5% की महत्ता rupees 1111 decrease lakpa taragadi it decrease by from 5 rupees to 1 rupee only. What will happen to this money creation? Money creation the kayo bani increase, decrease, forever. Definitely increase. Aduna takpadi whether how much money will be created by the banks in the financial, this whole financial system depends on one factor. That factor is legal reserve ratio, LRR that depend on it. If LRR is deducted more, imagine, actually this is a wild imagination, it's not possible in real life. I'm taking an example. Out of this 100, if LRR is deducted 90%, deduct money creation will be 10 rupees only. Next time, it may be about, say, 2 rupees only, 1 rupees, finish, done. What I'm trying to say is that if LRR increases, money creation in the economy will decline. Deduct ma'am to paisa yamna lehaw to paisa masan tabni. If LRR decreases, then more money will be available to circulate in the economy, more money will be created in the economy. That is what we are going to do. So this whole simplified example shows that money can be created by the financial system by circulating the available money. Available money to khud amadagi mi amada circulate to matamda ilai na money create to ngambi sine. Aduna this is the idea. Let's go to the calculation. Calculation the last. Here it goes. Money creation by financial system. You know, masi explanation hangaru da banina. Hey, exam da hangba yabasi. Which determine the amount of money creation created by the financial system. It is determined by LRR. Don't forget that. Okay. Aduna huziki idea do mathematically calculation oina haida targadi we have two idea, that is money multiplier haidana idea like multiplier haida multiply to bahai sikarino yam thokhan bahai to increase exponentially. That is the idea of multiplier. Money multiplier, if we combine this idea, two ideas together, means money multiplier means this is the process in which money creation is increased exponentially. Okay. Karam highly increased or I have explained you with those example which mamang to later. Formula in high money creation is given by 1 by LRR. LRR the negative relationship. See 1 by LRR negative relationship highly. Let's say that if LRR is 10% or higher, 10% there will be some money creation, we don't know. But if money creation increases, legal reserve ratio increases from 10% to 90% increase, then their division value will decrease. This LRR determines how much money will be created. In another word, there is negative relationship between amount of money which will be created and the legal reserve ratio. Higher the legal reserve ratio, legal reserve ratio to 10 to 90 the amount of money created, money multiplier will be declined. Okay, and vice versa. Sometimes money multipliers, sometimes in your books it may be written like K haidana thenagani, but whatever K has investment multiplier the investment multiplier will be our term number 2, term 2 ki syllabus oigani. Term 1 the money multiplier K is equal to 1 by LRR haidana smaina pigan. Thongamba si khangdragadi hayu I explain onka su toge. Motrover Sophia, hurry up, tell me, all of you. Okay, Motrover kya kahobra? Sophia Puspa. Okay, fine. Thongamba Husik Islands the me Mr. ABC, okay, me maming on Toga to give the Congo Maduki idea do mathematical formula do in a high one. High second money multiplier hybrid, Paisha Kayam Yama, same but we know have a set, Maduki value do 1 by LRR defined the wing having 1 by LRR hybrid. Aina Paisha Kayam economy the Paisha Kayam, same but we know hybrid do. It is negatively dependent on negatively dependent on legal reserve ratio. How do you get it? Say for example, say LRR say nang lupa mga ay percentage na the example ang pira ko. See 1 by 5 rupees or ang bataragadi. K given money multiplier gi value se kay tara. It is 0.2. Let's imagine that ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ LRR ꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ 5% ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤꯅꯦ 10% ꯗ 1/10 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ K ꯒꯤ ꯚꯦꯂ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯁꯦ it will be 0.1 ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯦꯕ ꯊꯣꯡ ꯃꯗꯨꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ LRR ꯁꯦ ꯏꯟꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯖ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ 5 ꯗꯒꯤꯅ 10 ꯗ ꯏꯟꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯖ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯅꯤ ꯃꯜꯇꯤꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯏꯌꯔ ꯒꯤ ꯚꯦꯂ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯁꯦ 0.2 ꯗꯒꯤꯅ 0.1 ꯗ ꯍꯟꯊꯔꯛꯑꯦ opposite ꯇ करीगुम्बा 0.5 लेरंबदगी करीगुम्बा LRR की वैल्यू से 1 ओके 5 लेरंबदगी LRR की वैल्यू से जस्ट 1 एक्चुअली 1 से फजमंदे यामंदे 2 है 2 द खत्म डिक्रीज तौरे अदुदी अइखोय मनी मल्टीप्लायर की वैल्यू से it will be 0.5 अदुदी 0.2 दगी 0.5 त हेंकले अदुना LRR से करीगुम्बा 5 दगी 10 द हेंकलबा मनी मल्टीप्लायर वैल्यू will decline from 0.2 0.1 in short decrease. If LRR value declines from 5 to 2, our money multiplier value will increase from 0.2 to 0.5. Means increase of the need. Okay. Adudine, matam se nasi dikhara hele. Aduna hypothetical calculation amagi yengsi. Here it goes the final calculation. The calculation formula amale. Then how much amount of money the financial system will be created? Financial system da kayam paisa kayam yamna create tobodino haibase masi su calculate tobo yai. Here it goes. So money the amount of money created hai hebra amount of money created se we can calculate this. Bank na mothrower da ngasai lupa chama aingonda deposit tawrakoduna maram oirakanda because of that rupees 100 deposit how much extra money will be created we can calculate that. Madu calculate tobo yai. How it will be calculated? This is the formula that we are supposed to use. Amount of money created is equal to initial deposit, no, this is not T, it is L. Initial deposit into 1 by LRR. Actually, in some book, you might have come across initial deposit into K, but don't worry. This is initial deposit into K K means 1 by LRR. This is one example. I will give you one example. Nasi yam thenge aduna example am tang pira solution ge. I will give you some homework. If you don't clear, then next kita example khara explain torgi yenchi. Let's say that nasai mothrower na. This is the case example of mothrower. Mothrower deposit rupees 100 to the bank. Bank the rupa chama mana deposit over hand khalasi. Out of that rupees 100, 5% is deducted as CRR LR pula punsala kanda legal reserve ratio LRR 5% oina deduct tore haina khalasi. CRR SLR tongana torosi LRR da pula oin torsi. That means out of 105 deducted over targati 95 rupees is circulated. Okay. So because of this whole circulation, how much extra money will be created? We will use this formula. Amount of money created is equal to, what is the initial deposit here? Mothrower na tham gibe initial deposit to kaya no. This is rupees 100 into 1 by. Today I should mutalaga togi ko. Noina examination because we have I do exam ki class 11 12 ki check to chali question paper check to we in your question paper most of the students got wrong here in this part. Look very carefully. Initial deposit is rupees 100, 1 by LRR. LRR to kya this place this is 5% hai banatra. 5% se aya apna 5 ta khatang e wrong. It should be 5% minus dum e gadawni. Expand to rupa targadi so to matamda this is rupees 100 into 1 by what is this 5%? 5% means 5 by 100 koi gadawni. Whatever khang de Sophia? Yes or no? Sophia, kya anta bro? Adugine 100 into 1 by higher kanda sigi calculation je percentage to 5% hai to 5% nu 1 da direct divide to ya de 5% hai se 5 by 100 hai ne masi hana to gi dong ne adugi masi dong matam da kya tare si je 5 by 100 hai da targadi it simply means 0.02 hai ne. Okay, this means 0.02 0.05 sorry 0.05 hai ne. Okay,
zero sina som sida multi divide thok tok thoa aduna zero ani sanction ga lore aduna takpati this simply means 100 into 100 into 1 by 0.05 share masi je calculate to ma tam lupa kya tabun hai pi yungo 1 da karigumba 0.05 no divide to hai chi yade yana ba kaidoni sigi point ani se mang na big damakta we will multiply it with 100 it becomes 100 it becomes 5 aduna takpati it will be 20 so 100 silayani okay now this is equal to adudi 100 into 20 now it becomes 2000 rupees ai makha se udre ko ai hayeng amuka su toge this same example I will do this keno da khoi no stage da ure keno recording da udre ado mothrower na rupa chama submit to buduna mar I want to deposit to buduna maram orekanda because of your rupees 100 mothrower your deposit rupees 100 there will be extra creation of 2000 rupees namna lupa chama deposit to buduna maram orekanda economy da unbeknown to you you don't know this but unbeknown to you because of your action of depositing rupees 100 entire economy will create rupees 2000 rupees providing we assume that LRR is 5%. This is how money is created in the financial system. Okay, this is how money is created.